Welcome back everyone. This video is what I call an epic drawer of randomness. What this means is I just display some of the cases that I have for my video games, and a bunch of them are in one massive case which can, I think, store 364 video games. And I'll show you guys that in 1 second here, what it looks like. I have all my games in essentially a giant CD booklet, or giant CD case. You can call it either. You could utilize either vocabulary word, whichever one is your preference. Well, I guess it's more of a booklet than a case, but when you think about it though, if this would be considered a case, you could. This has a similar design, even though it's much wider and larger. It still manages to shut similarly to a case, and the front and back are better protected here than this Dragon Ball Z case. So I guess either definition would technically be correct, just when you do a comparison. Regardless, so let's begin this video. Now, a bunch of these games though were not my favorite games ever made, but at the time though they were very innovative because they were revolutionary to the video game industry. But today they're inferior to modern day games. Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit was a decent game. I remember I put against somebody online, and this may have been the first Dragon Ball Z game ever released for Xbox Live. Burst Limit is decent. You could probably get it for $5 or $10. I'm unsure of the price though. I don't see why it should be any more money. And I'll put them to the right side of the side of the screen. All right. Then we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. There's the front of the case. Here's the back. Modern Warfare 2 was a decent game in my opinion. Much better than Modern Warfare 3. Although they removed the Juggernaut perk in Modern Warfare 2, they still had the perk where you throw a grenade where you die, which is called Martyrdom, or Martyrdom, however you pronounce it. And the reason why that perk is excellent is because you could actually sometimes break even. If you die, you could take the enemy down with you, which will help your KD remain positive or avoid being negative, or at least break even. Two Worlds. This game's an RPG. I never really got into this game, but it did offer Xbox Live. A lot of the modern day games offer Xbox Live, but back then it was very rare. I remember when I first experienced this game, how the servers were super laggy, and how they were using European servers. They probably switched them to American servers though, or something. I'm not 100% sure if anybody's still on that. They have Two Worlds too. This is a DC Universe Collector's Edition. I love the case. This, I think, cost an extra $10. It came with a comic book and a behind-the-scenes CD. But it's not worth extra $10. I remember I got it as one of my birthday gifts a long time ago when it was first released. I have to remember how old I was turning then. I think I was 17 in this game, or yeah, I was either 16 turning 17, or I was either 17, slightly older than 17 when this game was released. I'm not 100% sure though. I'd have to double check the date. That was a long time ago. It says Timothy the movie game. This game's okay. Obviously not as good as a TMNT games for the GameCube. They have TMNT 3, and the reason why that game is excellent is because that's the first game with all 4 turtles for the Xbox. Sonic the Hedgehog, the camera angle is bad, but despite that, the gameplay of being able to go faster than the Flash is thrilling and exhilarating. Tech, a very bad game, but I think this game cost me $5 or $10. I realize the sticker says 65, but I think there was a second sticker that had I think I now remember. I don't think this was the original case. I think I got this at Blockbuster for $5 or $10. Plus tax, so probably closer to 11. And I remember I think I changed the case because in Blockbuster they were clearing out the cases and they gave me a ton of cases. Same with my cousin, but we wound up storing them, and then I wound up throwing out all the cases because I just had an abundance of them and I didn't need all those cases. But if you want to get the cases at Best Buy, I think it's like 3 for $10. So they're extremely overpriced, but there's no reason why somebody should need all those additional cases when they could just keep all the games in the CD booklet. Here we have Chrome Hounds. This game is not a decent game in my opinion, but it does offer online multiplayer. So I think I've been ranting on too long, so stay tuned for the next part, or I'll split it. So I'll give you guys something to look forward to.